So this is the first etude in Feuillard's Studies for the Young Cellist, and this one is a good study for the left hand and also a little bit for the bow. It doesn't say it in the title, but the fact that you are required to use your full bow for the full measure can really be a benefit for that. So as a young cellist, this can be a really excellent exercise to do different finger combinations in the first position without needing to worry about extensions and really listening for that clean tone and good intonation. A lot of these notes are going to ring really, really well, so you're going to want to listen for the ring of the rest of your instrument as you play. Now, as a more advanced cellist or someone looking for just a warm-up, this actually is a fantastic way to get your fingers going, maybe in the morning or when you're starting a practice session. For the same reasons that it's good for a beginner. It's very, very simple. It's just doing different finger combinations in the first position without worrying about extensions or string crossings or any of those more challenging techniques that we can have. I find this can be very useful to move it around. Because it doesn't shift and it doesn't do any string crossings, we can move it very easily across the instrument. So you can use it to work on second position, third position, fourth position, or any other place on the instrument you want to give it a little workout. So I'm going to do just a quick demonstration of it in fourth position because that can be a super useful thing. So you have the same finger combinations, but in a different place on the instrument. It's going to give you different notes to listen for and listen for the intonation. And of course, as we go up the neck, our intervals between our fingers get just a tiny little bit smaller because of all the science behind that. The other thing that is really nice about this particular study is the variations that we have. So each variation is going to either force your fingers to go a little bit faster, or it's going to force your bow to go a little bit longer. So in variation 1, instead of the eighth notes that are marked, it is giving us 16th notes, and then it wants us to play an entire 3/4 bar on one bow. So here's a little demonstration of variation 1. Like that all the way through the exercise is a really great way to get that bow just a little farther and to get the left hand moving a little bit more. Likewise, variation 2. Again, it's the 16th notes, but we're going to expand what our bow needs to do, and it's now going to be a 4/4 measure. So it look a little bit like this. And as you're doing this too, you can really think about exactly what your left hand is doing. As you apply a new finger, you can kind of attack it a little bit, try to get a little bit of that percussive sound. And then as you pull the finger away, you can do the little left hand pizzicato thing for a nice clear tone. Variation 3 is now doing sextuplet 16th notes in a 3/4 bar, like this. And variation 4 is the same thing, but a 4/4 measure. It can be useful as you do this to give a little accent with your finger or mark it in some way at the beginning of each beat so you don't lose track of where you are. Variation 5 is a little bit faster for your left hand and a little bit longer for your bow. It is 32nd notes in a 3/4 bar. And, of course, variation 6 is the same thing, but now in a 4/4 bar. Great way to strengthen your fingers a little bit, too, over the course of the entire etude. Thanks for watching. There'll be more from Feuillard. Thanks.